Good morning, guys. So it is Monday, May 23rd. We have a lot going on today. Very busy day. We've got to get to the gym. It's about 8 in the morning. We're going to get to the gym. I have leg day and then I have HIIT cardio. I'll be running home to shower. I'll be on a conference call during the last portion, driving from the gym to our house. So conference call, I'll probably put them on mute so I can shower, and then I've got to drive to Hollywood. I have a meeting with the investment team for Emily TV, so I'm really excited about that. I should be able to vlog part of it. So gym, conference call, meeting, back home, video editing and emails, and client challenge emails, and then tonight I have a small group that I'm going to go try out. So that's my day today. I'm going to share it with you, and I hope that you guys enjoy this video. Hey everyone, I hope you're having a great day so far. Thanks so much for joining me for another workout. I am going to take you guys through my leg workout. So I started the day off with squats. Now instead of going heavier on squats, I kept it at a constant weight. So I kept the weight at 135 pounds. And right now I don't have a belt. That's very frustrating for me because the squats feel very differently when I don't have that weight belt for support in my core. So I think actually I left it in Texas, so I'm needing to buy a new one. Let me know if you guys have a good belt that you would recommend. If not, I'll probably buy the one I used to use because I do like it a lot. Now you'll notice here I have the bars set very high. They're set so that at the top portion of the movement, when I'm all the way down, the bar hits. Now I was doing pause reps, so that's why you see I'm pausing and holding it and then back up. Now this last clip right there, that was sped up a little bit, but you'll see here the real time. The very first portion of this clip is in real time. I go down, I hold, and back up, squeezing at the top with my glutes. So again, it's just good to change your training up, and for me, this really helps me at the bottom portion of the movement and engaging my glutes at the top portion of the movement as well. So I did 4 sets of this. I did 10 reps for every set. And by the 10th rep, it was pretty hard. The first few reps, I was like, oh, this is easy. I could probably do more and do the same style of training. But I wanted to keep the reps at 10. And by the end of the 10th rep, I was breathing pretty hard and ready to set the weight down. So that's when you know it's a good set. Moving forward, I went on to leg extensions. I keep leg extensions pretty light, so I was just doing 3 sets of 10 reps. If I got to the 10th and I felt like I could do 1 or 2 more, then I would just go ahead and bust those out. But normally I don't wear shorts to the gym, but being, 3.5 weeks out from the gym or so, I was just kind of curious what my legs looked like. So I wore shorts, and I don't know, maybe I'll do it again. You guys know I like randomly wear shorts, and I'm like, I feel so free. It really does feel freeing, but it's also, I don't know, it's just weird since I'm used to being all covered up. Anyways, I moved on to dumbbell stiff leg deadlift, and you'll notice I, as always, like to keep my feet pretty close together. They're not touching in the middle, but they are close together, so narrow stance, push through your heels, and again, squeeze your glutes at the top. Pretty simple. Most of the glute exercises, that's all the same keys, is just to make sure you're pushing through your heels, always squeezing your glutes at the top, and making sure that the muscles you want to be engaged are actually engaged. For these Sumo dumbbell squats, I made sure to keep the weight pretty light, and I wanted to do higher reps. So I did 4 sets of 20 reps. By the end of the 20th rep, I was dying and my glutes were on fire. I was actually really sore from this workout, so I'm really pleased with my workout, even though when I was doing it, there's definitely a different feeling than doing really, really heavy maxing out on squats, but it was a really good feeling. So this was overall a really great workout. Definitely write this one down if you need a workout. But I want to update you guys on how I'm feeling. Again, I'm 3.5 weeks out in prep. I am currently still having 2 refeed days a week. So I have normal training day carbs all week, and then I have refeed days Friday and Saturday, and then Sundays are my low carb days, and it's only a 15 carb difference from my high days. I am not sharing my exact number of macros right now, but I can tell you that it's still in about the 1,300 calorie range, and the only reason I'm going that low is because, again, I'm 3.5 weeks out from a national competition. If you're just a lifestyle client wanting to, get in shape and whatever, you don't need to lower your carbs a bunch or do anything that you're seeing other people do. Just work with your body and see how your body responds to certain things. You don't ever need to go to any kind of protocol that a competitor would do if you're not in fact a competitor. There's a reason why it is called an extreme sport. Real quickly, you guys see this is called the Butt Blaster. I really like this machine, but I noticed if I keep if I keep the weight light, I feel better contraction in my glutes. So that's what I did there. And then here I was doing one leg hamstring curl, and you'll notice I'm angling my foot and pointing my toe, and I'm trying to hit that inner hamstring. And I definitely felt it there, and I was definitely sore there, so that was a success. If you haven't done this with your toes pointed, definitely try it. Back to my progress update. My absolute lowest weigh-in right now was actually yesterday, and I hit 125 pounds, 0.6 or 0.8? I think it was 0.6, and that's my lowest weight all prep, and that's pretty low for me, so I'm kind of excited. I'm feeling leaner. I'm definitely feeling 3.5 weeks out, and honestly, I'm just getting more excited and feeling more ready as each day comes. It's like every day I feel better and better. So that's going to wrap up the training footage. Now I'm driving to Beverly Hills for a very important business meeting with Emily TV, but I will show you guys all the behind the scenes on that. Thank you again for tuning in, and I hope that you'll join me for the next video. Hey guys, we're here with Louis Mar Productions. Say hello.
What's up, guys?
So we are behind the scenes working on the Emily TV app. We're about to meet with a bunch of the guys and go over a ton of details, making sure that everything is perfect for launch. So we're here in the Hollywood Hills, and the house is pretty bomb, pretty beautiful. Maybe they'll let me show you, but it's pretty exciting. So we're gonna go in there, and I will show you guys what's up next.
Cool. So I'll get that. I'll have that written up. Cool. So then we are good for first launch. Yeah, so a few things. What I'll do is I'll give Emily the videos, like pre-launch videos, and she'll
So I just got back from my meeting. Sorry if it's loud, it's the AC, but I am so stoked. We definitely decided on a June 1st launch date. That's kind of been the launch date all along, but we wanted to make sure all the details were hammered out. So I met with the app guys, that's what we decided we're going to be calling them. Met with the app guys and Louis Mar Productions. Everything's good to go. We're going to be filming all this week to make sure that we have everything set up and ready to go for launch date, but June 1st is the official date. I am like on cloud 9. I'm so happy, so I'm gonna go ahead and drive home, and then I have client emails and some other stuff to do today before my small group tonight. So I will see you guys in the next clip. So I'm sorry I didn't record again yesterday, but you guys saw I was super stoked that we finalized the launch date for my app, which is June 1st. And then after that, I came home, got some work done. I went to a women's small group. That went really well. I haven't been to one of those since I was in high school, so that was cool just to like meet other women and all that good stuff. I came home and did some cardio, and that was my night. Nothing else too exciting. But today, I went and worked out with Amanda and Ari. Ari had to go home today. She's back to Texas. And of course I brought a dead camera to the party, so I had to charge my phone. But we went and got our nails done. I don't ever get my nails done, and I feel like such a girl. I don't know. It was really nice. I got my toes done too. I don't ever do that, so it was really nice to be able to do that. And I'm filming tomorrow, so that's kind of the main reason why I went and did that. Just got a box in the mail from Enlightened, and they sent me some of their dry roasted beans. So they have sea salt, garlic and onion, mesquite barbecue, wasabi, and sriracha. So I will try those out for one serving, which is a packet. It's 2.5 fat, 15 carbs, 3 fibers, and 7 protein. So that's pretty good for a serving. It sounds like there's a lot in there. I already planned out my whole day for the day, so I'm not going to fit those in today, but I will let you know when I try them. And then I also got some free coupons for some ice cream bars. I will try those out. You guys know that I've tried the hot cocoa ones, and those are amazing, but I'll let you guys know what some other flavors taste like. Morning, babe.
Hi.
What you cooking?
Turkey bacon and egg whites.
How much are you making for yourself? 4
pieces of turkey bacon and 4 egg whites.
Very nice. I had to share with you guys. I shared this in a previous vlog, a little mini grocery haul that I did. It's Swiss Miss Sensible Light. It's only 4 carbs for the entire packet of hot chocolate. 4 carbs and 2 protein. So someone had commented, her name is Tori Brady. So Tori, thank you so much for commenting. She told me that she puts it in her coffee. So I made my morning coffee and I put it in there. I actually made like 2 Keurig cups. I just reused the same one. You can do that if you didn't know. I don't know if it's like good to do, but I did it. So I got a lot of coffee and then I put this in there and it legit is better than a Starbucks mocha. It was amazing. So now I'm always gonna have to do coffee and the Swiss Miss Sensible Light. I was using 3 grams of carbs for a little creamer thing, like an individual creamer. This is only 4 and you get a whole packet of like hot chocolate, so way better. Thank you, Tori. Good morning, YouTube. So it is Wednesday, May 25th, and finally we are all caught up on footage. So thank you all so much for staying with me and sticking it out while you're seeing like week-old footage and stuff like that. But today is Wednesday the 25th, and I will hopefully have this uploaded and everything by tomorrow, Thursday the 26th. And I'm going to be doing that the rest of this prep. So I'm going to be staying on top of the footage, getting it out there for you guys so that you can be in real life updates with me as we go through the last almost 3 weeks of prep. It's 3.5 right now. So thank you all for being patient, and I hope that you'll stay along for the ride. Now we're probably about 3/4 way through the video, so this will be the last clip of this vlog, but I want to talk about a few things with you guys. The first thing we're going to talk about is my not so good, horrible, awful, I never want to do this again church experience. You guys know Brandon and I just moved down to Venice. We had an amazing church that we loved in Simi Valley area, which was close to where we used to live. But we needed to find a good church that was down here. We really enjoy going to church. We always feel like we learn a lot and grow a lot from each church, you know, message and thing that we go to. So we find a church that was pretty close to where we live. We go to church. We're like, I'm excited. We're going to find a church down here. This is going to be fun. There are going to be people that live around us. We're going to meet people. So we pull up to the church, and the church is in this steeple, churchy looking building. So we're like, okay, that's different than what we're used to, because we're not used to going to you know, any like official looking church building type thing. But we're like, okay, you know, we're totally open for new things, for change. And then we walk in there and there's like pews everywhere, and we're not used to pews either. I've never really gone to a church that had a bunch of pews like that. Maybe like way back when, but anyways, we're not used to going to a church like that. So we're like, okay, you know, this is also different, but we're open to change. So we go in and they start the music and they're singing hymns, and, you know, we're not necessarily used to like hymns and, you know, the old fashioned words and music and stuff like that, but they're singing it. And again, okay, we're open to change. They have like the stained glass windows, so it's a very like churchy type of feel, which all is fine, because if the energy and the heart and the message is there, then that's what we're really there for. So again, we're all, okay, this is fine. And then somehow we always, no matter what church we go to, there's always that one old man that's like, oh, and he like probably used to be in the, you know, church choir or something. We always get stuck right in front of him. So he's like in our ears, just jamming, and more power to him that he is there jamming, loving every bit of it. It's just funny to us that we always get stuck right in front of that person, no matter what church we go to. Like, it always happens. So anyways, we're throughout the church songs and stuff, we're sitting there and we're trying to kind of accept everything, and then the pastor guy comes up to do like some announcements, and he also talks and prays and whatever. And honestly, the vibe was just not there. There was actually, it was like there was no vibe. It wasn't even negative vibes or energy. It felt like a funeral home, if I'm being honest. And for Brandon and I, we very much go off of vibes and feels and energy. And so we're sitting there trying to, what's going on in my mind is, Emily, you're here for a message. You're here to grow, to learn, to, you know, and just gain something to then take on throughout the week. So none of this matters. The music that they play, what the church looks like, you know, how they do things, none of it matters. What matters is the message and the heart behind it. And that's what's kind of going through my mind. I had no idea everything that the process that I was going through, Brandon was going through the same thing in his mind. He was like, I'm here to learn, I'm here to grow, I can get past this. And then it just like kept going on and on and on. And I felt like we had been there an hour and it had been 15 minutes. And it got to a point where I was just like, I can't do this. Like, I don't even feel like there's a message here. Like, this is awful. So then I switch from, this is fine, I can do this, it's only an hour, I can get through it. Maybe it's not our church, but we're trying, to how am I going to get out of here? What's my escape route? I'm going to grab my purse, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom, and then 3 minutes later, Brandon's going to join me, and then we're going to leave together and like escape out of here. And then it goes from that to we're leaving. And we both just like looked at each other and we just walked out. Now, I feel like I'm probably most likely going to get some negative comments from people who just are not understanding, and maybe they are the ones that are, you know, religious or whatever, and they're like, I can't believe you left the church. That is so disrespectful. I think what's disrespectful is me sitting there just not being in it at all, not involved, not feeling any sort of connection, nothing, and staying there anyways. I think I am being real by being like, you know what, I can barely even choke this down. Like, I can't sit here a second longer, and leaving and going to do my own thing. Why am I sharing this with you guys? I'm sharing it with you guys because I want to be a true representation of what a Christian looks like. I want to be a true representation of the religion, and I hate even saying that word. I don't really like the word religion because of all of the negative connotation that happens to go along with that sometimes. And so as we're driving home, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, and I'm like, babe, what if when we say church, that's what people think of, and they think that we're going to that every week? Like, I can't even swallow down 15 minutes of that. What if that's what people think that we go to, and that we're like, oh, I can't wait to go to church, I'm so excited for it? Maybe that's what people think. And so then I was talking to one of my best friends, Amanda, and I was kind of telling her about the experience, and she was like, oh, really? Like, that's not what you're used to? That's not what you go to? I thought all along that that's what you guys did. Like, I guess she grew up Catholic, and she said it was really hard for her because, again, there's all these like rituals and things that you do, and you stand up and you kneel and whatever. And if you're someone who is Catholic or any sort of religion that does that, and you feel a deep connection, and you really you feel that connection to God or your higher power through that, then that is awesome, and that's great for you. And I'm not at all trying to be negative about that. I'm just saying, for me and my personal walk with God, my real walk with God, I do not feel any sort of connection when I do religious type things, such as like kneeling and sitting and this and that over and over and chanting the same thing. All of those things actually repulse me from religion, from all of that stuff. But like I said, everyone is so different. I bet that guy that was sitting there belting out those hymns, I bet he does feel a connection to God. And if he does, more power to him. And he should always sing those hymns and do what works for him. Again, everyone is so different. But for Brandon and I, that just totally doesn't work for us. And we don't do, you know, we don't like to do what everyone else is doing, and that doesn't make us feel connected to God. What makes us feel connected to God is hearing a real message of real things that you can apply to your life. So the very next week, this clip is so long, I'm sorry, this is going to be the last clip of the video. The very next week, we went to a new church that was actually a little bit closer, and we now had our escape route already planned before going in. We're like, you know what, if this is the same way, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. This is our escape route. There's the car, and we'll be out of there. No problem. So we walk up, instantly people are like saying, hi, what's up, dude? Hey, you want some coffee? We're like, okay, cool. We see a big sign that says, not your mama's church. And they're very much so just like real down-to-earth people, and I think the main, you know, mission of their church is to provide a real representation of what it's like to walk with God in everyday life. And so instantly after kind of reading, I read it online, I did some research, read it online, we go to the church, love the little intro, like going in, felt good vibes. We go into the church service, and, you know, there's people up there playing music, and it's all like this day and age type music, awesome music. The guy up there is rocking it as if he has hundreds of people there. You can tell it's coming from within. It doesn't matter who's there or whatever, he's doing it because it's coming out of his heart. And so the praise and worship was awesome. And then we get to the pastor. The pastor's this old guy. Sorry, I don't think they'll ever watch this, but he's an older guy. They're from Hawaii, they just moved here. He reminds me of my dad. He's like kind of bald. He has tats all the way on one arm. He walks up, it's like, what's up, guys? So this is what we're talking about. This is how the service is going to go. You know, yeah, that's what to expect. So he starts talking, and it's just like such a real, relatable message. He's sitting there just talking to you as if I'm talking to you guys right now. That's exactly how he was talking. And he's saying, you know, this is what it's saying, and this is, you know, this is what it means. And so how do we apply that in this next week before you come to church, you know, the next week? How do we apply that in our own lives? And he just very real, down to earth talks to you. And the entire time I felt that connection. I felt that like, whoa, like I am learning so much. I'm getting so much out of this. And, you know, I'm going to apply it through this next week. So we felt like an immediate connection to this church. This is now our home church. Immediately went up to the pastor. We were like, dude, you and this church, you guys are it. We're here to help. Let's do this. Because when you just so deeply connect with God, and you're able to connect with the people just based on, you know, your same morals and values and how you believe, and it's not this like religious thing. Like, we don't go to church to be like, we went to church this week. We go to church to learn, to grow, to apply it, and to help other people, or to be able to be equipped to help other people. So that was my church experience. I was planning on doing a quick little devotional read for you guys, but I'll put that in the next vlog. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're someone who is, you know, maybe you've heard me talk about it in my devotional series, and you're like, I wonder what this church thing is that Emily talks about. And then you're like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then you go and you try out a church, and it's like so repulsive to you. That's okay. Like, that happens. Not everyone is going to like the same thing, and not everyone is going to feel a connection on the same thing. So I encourage you not to quit. Don't quit trying out churches. Try something else, or maybe reach out and ask what someone else has tried. Try and look online, read what they're about, read kind of how does the service go, what do you wear, how are you dressed. And again, not like any of that stuff should matter, but I know for us, when I read online, like, they said something about if you think Jesus loves you more because you're wearing a suit, or you think Jesus loves you more because you're wearing flip-flops and sandals, we don't care. Come however you are. Just come as you are. Come and let's, you know, do this thing together. They were just very real, down to earth. The whole not your mom's church, I was like, okay, they're funny. Like, I like that. Oh, it said, not your mom's church unless your mom does go here, in which case, in fact, it would be your mama's church. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. But they're just like very cool, like down to earth people, and that's why we liked them. But I want to encourage you guys, try again. Like, just don't stop trying until you'll find one, and you'll know instantly. You'll feel that connection. And if you guys ever want to reach out to me for any help, advice, whatever, feel free to do that. Twitter is probably the easiest way right now. Just quickly get a quick message to me. Let me know what you guys thought about this talk. This is going to be the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next vlog, where we will start it off having a little talk. So thank you guys for joining. Give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Love you guys.